Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's the top Delinquent, Chapter 10, and this one is titled Derelict Cottage. Just a small warning before we start, there is no adult scene really in this chapter, but I've had to just change some things around because there's a few words that would not be YouTube appropriate and a few scenes that would probably not be YouTube appropriate. So it's just slightly adjusted to keep it PG. No, he snapped back, annoyed that you were being so difficult right off the bat. I care about your body, your sexy ass, that rack, that face when you're on your knees looking up at me, he said as he turned around and grabbed your chin in his hand, tilting your face up sharply so he could look down at you. Stick your tongue out, baby, he commanded. Screw you, you barked, smacking his hand away. You don't even talk to me for months, and then now all of a sudden you want to do it? I don't think so. Hey, I've been busy, okay? He said sharply back. I thought I could get some peace and love from you, but no, looks like you've become a brat since we've been apart. Maybe because you're crushing on that other guy. Your blood boiled. How dare he insinuate that you had a thing for Iida? You know what? Screw you, you seethed, hopping off the motorbike. I'm done. You put his helmet down on the bike seat and turned and started walking back down the path towards the road, not caring how long it was going to take for you to walk back home. Hey, whoa, he called out from behind you. You can't walk all the way back home. What the hell do you think you're doing? I don't give a damn, you shouted back to him. Anywhere else is better than being here with you. He jogged after you, reaching for your hand to pull on it. Baby, he cooed. Don't frickin' baby me, frickin' muppet. I'll cut your dick off. You shouted as you flung his hand off your hand and spun to face him. Whoa, feisty. I like it. Come and unleash some of that frustration in the bedroom, he leered. No, you pouted. Oh, come on. You know you want to, he cajoled. No, screw you, you growled. You don't mean that, he said as he grabbed you around the waist and hoisted you up against his body and then turned and carried you to the dilapidated cottage. You fought him weakly, kinda liking that he wasn't going to give up on you that easily, but kinda not liking that he wasn't taking no for an answer. He carried you to the front door and pushed it open. Ah, home sweet home, he sung as he made his way across the wooden floor to one of the rooms. No, it's not, you grumbled as he walked into one of the rooms and dropped you down to the bare mattress there. Come here and let me pleasure you, he said lowly as he crawled over your body, kissing you down your neck as his fingers hastily undid your school top. You allowed him to, but at the same time, you really weren't in the mood for this. He undid your top and growled into you, squeezing your body in a haphazard way that really wasn't doing anything in the ways of getting you turned on. You looked out the window and watched the trees swaying gently in the late afternoon sunshine, wishing that you were with someone else at that point. DH kissed down your torso, lifting up your school skirt and pulling down your underwear. Again you allowed him, apathetically dreaming out the window as he moaned and groaned to himself, muttering things about being between your thighs. He bent his head down, starting to do some things to you, and your eyes fluttered closed. I'm trying to get into this, but I'm just really not feeling it right now, you thought as your brows knitted slightly. DH, I don't want to do this, sorry, you stated gruffly as you reached down and pushed his head away, wriggling up the bed slightly and closing your legs. Oh, you want something more, do you? He leered as he reached for his belt and unbuckled it. No, you ass! I don't want to do it with you, you said loudly. Go away, you stated as you sat up and looked for your underwear. Oh, I see how it is, DH snapped angrily. You probably already screwed so many other guys, huh? Running around like a whore, legs open every lunchtime at school, he said cruelly. You lashed out and kicked him in the chest, sending him flying backwards off the mattress and landing heavily on the floor. You gasped internally when you saw what had happened. I'm so sorry, you yelped out loud. I didn't mean to kick you. You just made me mad. DH pulled himself up and reached forwards, grabbing you by the arm and yanking you towards him. Don't you dare ever do that again. You hear me? He growled, removing his hand from your arm and knitting it into your hair firmly while tugging on it to make sure that there was some serious tension on your scalp. You do that again, and I'll mess you up. Tears welled in your eyes as all the flashbacks of your father hitting you came to the foreground. Images of your father's angry face meshed with your boyfriend's face, and you whimpered pitifully. I'm sorry, you wailed softly. screw it. I'm going to take you home, since you're being such a frigid bitch, he snapped as he threw you backwards onto the bed. Button your top up, scum. And with that, he hopped up and stormed out of the room. You whimpered to yourself, tears streaming down your cheeks as you looked down and slowly did your top up, feeling ashamed and dirty, keenly aware of the slick between your legs. After finding your underwear and putting it back on, you walked out of the cottage and headed over to where he was sitting on the bike, accepting the helmet from him with your head down in shame. Silently he started the bike and you got on, allowing him to take you home. He dropped you off on the corner of your street and sped off, not another word being spoken that whole time. You hung your head and dragged yourself home, feeling like crap. As you opened the front door, you were met by an enraged, drunken father who yelled in your face, calling you every name under the sun before punching you. You only just made it to your room before passing out, your right eye throbbing as sleep finally found you. Not the nicest of chapters, but stay tuned for chapter 11 coming tomorrow.